Tacos. Nice, nice.
Put some meat, collard greens, tomatoes, shredded cheese, all that good shit.
All that good shit.
Yeah. We're about to start this in about maybe 8:30, 8:35.
Okay. 8:30.
I just finished writing the next beef episode today too. Yeah, once I come back as suspension, I'm gonna come back swinging. These niggas ain't gonna see me try.
Yes. Sam was good.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good week for reviews too.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm gonna order your stuff tonight. I didn't forget.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I made some extra money
Sam.
today. So I made some extra money today, so I might do some digging myself.
That's what's up. Yes.
I'm ready for this review, boy.
What's up?
I said I'm ready for this review.
Same. Sam said he just read today. You just read what? What did you just read?
Reading is fundamental.
It is. I want to know what you just read though. What did you just read? You said you just read.
So Aaliyah got a documentary coming out next week.
For what network?
ABC and Hulu.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
hear nothing about it. I did not hear nothing about it.
that'll be something interesting.
A book about the band Sick of It All. Never heard of them. Sick of It All.
I never heard of them either.
He be listening to the obscure bands we never heard of. Sick of it all. I'm sick of it all. It's a New York hardcore band. Never heard of them. Was this like during like the CGB CGBG ever? 80s hardcore. Okay, that sounds good.
Oh, they play with Boogie Down Productions. I never knew that.
Yeah.
So guess what I saw in stores today?
Mike was good. Mark, salute.
What's good, everybody? Yeah, Mike, I need a vacation too. We all need a vacation. I already think about my next movie review and shit.
What's the next movie review?
I'm gonna text you. I don't want to say it yet.
Okay. Is it something good at least?
Yeah,
You know how you do.
I'm also on season 4 of Cheers and shit.
Oh God. You still watching that?
Yeah, I'm still
Season
watching
four.
that.
You still watching season 4 Cheers? Wow. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, this TV review is gonna be dope.
I'm gonna fall asleep with that one. Yes, Spence and Crawford. I can't wait. That might be the biggest match of the year. Mike was in Vegas last summer. You went to Vegas last summer, Mike? I didn't even know that. I don't think he told us that.
Vegas.
Mark said he went back and watched all of Columbo. That's another show I didn't like.
Yeah, I never got into Columbo like that.
The dude with the cross eye. I wasn't into Columbo and Beretta. Nah, that wasn't for me. Yeah, I had a cousin that went to see Usher in I think it was March. She went out there to see him, and she said the show was good. So I never saw Usher in a concert yet. I don't know none of those bands, Sam. Monk. Oh yeah, I remember Monk. Monk used to come on USA. That used to come on the USA Network. My mom used to watch that a lot.
My dad loves Monk to this day.
Yeah, yeah.
I can never watch that. That show is always boring to me.
I remember Biohazard because they were on the Judgment Night soundtrack. They did a song. They did a song with Onyx.
Okay, we're gonna start in 5 more minutes.
Oh, here's Ashley.
Oh damn, what's up, Ash?
Hey,
Hey, what's
Ashley, what's good? The first time she's back, she hasn't been on here in like 2 years
up?
since the Lauryn Hill review we did.
Well, last week I was out of town visiting family in Georgia, so
How was that?
it was great seeing a lot of the family I haven't seen. A few of them I haven't seen in over a decade.
Yeah,
Yeah, been
that
too
was fun.
long.
Nice. How was the weather down there?
Oh, the weather was good.
It
It
was
was
good.
real good because I know a lot of times out of the year, especially in the summertime, I know the humidity is like the main thing to be a little concerned about because
Right.
of course summer is approaching. But other than that, it was nice during the entire trip.
Nice.
Glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Psych. I didn't watch Psych. I remember when Psych used to come on. I think after Monday Night Raw. That show used to come on, but I never
I,
watched it.
I I started watching the reruns of that when they showed them like I think on USA and then eventually like when they streamed the entire series on Peacock. I mean,
Yeah.
it
And
has
then
its
they
funny
brought it back,
moments
right?
if you're really into it.
And then they brought the show back, right? couple years ago.
Actually, they brought like um made the TV movies of it. So far, they have
Right.
3 films as well as a musical film.
Mm,
And I think I only saw the musical
nice.
film. I haven't seen like the other psych movies yet.
Right.
I never even seen Psycho before, so I'm. Isn't that show with, like that dark skinned dude
You probably would
picture?
like it, Reg.
Dule Hill.
Yeah.
Dule Hill.
Yeah, he's on there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only guy I know
He
from that
was.
show.
I remember him from. Wasn't he on? He was on. He was in the Get on the Bus movie, the Spike Lee film.
No, he wasn't in that movie.
He wasn't in there. I thought he was in
No,
there. I
no.
remember seeing him in some film.
I know he was in She's All That,
She's all
and
that. That's what it was.
yeah, and this one Disney movie in 2003, Holes.
Okay.
Oh, he was. I can fix that
Sam
dude.
the Onion Man.
Right.
I can fix that.
Yeah, yeah, and he was also on the West Wing.
I remember that show too.
I never watched that.
Yeah, the West Wing. Right.
All
I
right.
haven't watched it.
So I'm ready. I'm ready to start whenever you guys are.
All right.
Alrighty. All right, you guys. What's up? Welcome to another episode of my hip hop review. Excuse me, R&B review. Excuse me. This your boy Reg in the building on Try's channel. Got my homeboy Try on the building with me. What's up, Try?
What up?
I got Ashley, First Lady here. How you doing, Ash?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's what's up. So this is the official continuation of our Mariah Carey Artist Sunday, which I'm going to do. I was going to do this one on a Tuesday. So we're going to talk about Mariah Carey's official 5th studio album, Daydream. This came out in 1995. That's the number one's album right
I
there.
don't have the album, but this is the number ones. But some of the songs is on the number ones. That's why I got the number ones.
Respect, respect. Yeah, this album came out September 26, 1995 on Columbia Records. This is the album that has singles such as Fantasy. You can also say the remix as well too. One Sweet Day, Open Arms, Always Be My Baby, Forever, and Underneath the Stars. Guest appearances include Boys to Men, and that's it for guest appearances. Producers include Mariah Carey, Walter Effenseth, Dave Hall, Jermaine Dupri, Manuel Seal, and David Morales. I want to say you can also say they didn't mention, but Babyface as well too. Well, actually, not scratch that. He actually song wrote. And anyway, so yeah. So after the release of Music Box, Mariah Carey, like I mentioned, she came out with the Christmas album, which that's like the best-selling Christmas album of all time. And I'm gonna save those Christmas reviews to when we actually do the second wave of Mariah albums. So just let y'all know.
For Christmas.
And you said what?
For Christmas.
Yeah, because judging from like where I'm standing with the Artist Sundays, I feel like I'm gonna start those second wave of Mariah either late October, early November. But I gotta see what else I'm gonna do because I know after Mariah is gonna be Van Halen, then after Van Halen is gonna be Heavy D and the Boys and shit like that too. So we'll see where it goes. All right. So like I mentioned when we did the original review with the Rock album, she was doing that one and Daydream at the same time. And this is the album where, like I mentioned, she wanted full creative control when it came to the project. You know, she wanted to be in charge of who she picked to produce it, who she picked to write the album. And she also considered this album at the beginning of a musical and vocal transition. You know what I'm saying? And this would be the stepping stones to like her other feature albums, like the Butterfly album, which is going to be next week, and also the Rainbow album as well. So Mariah also said that this is like her most personal album personal album up to this part too. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact that she was going through like a lot with her husband, Tommy Mottola, at the time. 'Cause, Tommy Mottola wanted to be hands on with everything. You know what I'm saying? So that caused like a lot of tension between her, and this would prove to be more problematic once we get into the Rainbow review, and I'll even say the Honey review too. Stay tuned on that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And what else about this record? So yeah, this is the album cover right here. Pretty dope album cover. You know what I'm saying? I just love her how she looks. The hair blowing and shit too. We got Mariah in the back as well too. The lyrics, you gotta love that. Alrighty. And before I even be go on with the album, I can't talk about this album songs without actually talking about the controversy with the Grammys, which we're gonna go more in depth with that once we talk about which songs was nominated. So Daydream got like a lot of critical and commercial success. So you would think that it was gonna be one of those albums that was swept the Grammys and stuff. And next thing you know it, she didn't win not one Grammy for this song right here, too. You know what I'm saying? So that proved to be very problematic. Let me pull up the Grammys right quick, because
I remember they had her like as the highlight for that year of the Grammys,
yeah,
and she didn't win nothing. And
no,
everybody was talking about that, like, yo, how she be? Do y'all highlight her to win all these Grammys in the major categories, and she didn't win nothing.
right. Here were the nominees for Album of the Year, besides Mariah Carey. We had Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, Michael Jackson, History, Joan Osborne, Relish, Pearl Jam's Vitalogy. And Alanis Morissette won for Album of the Year. That's
Wow,
crazy. Which,
that was a good
nothing,
album.
it was a good album,
Yeah,
but then this was also nominated for Best Pop Album. This was nominated alongside Joni Mitchell, Turbulent Indigo, Eagles, Hell Freezes Over, Annie Lennox, Medusa, and Madonna's Bedtime Stories. And Joni Mitchell won for
that's
Best Pop
crazy.
Album. I never
Madonna's
heard it.
album was better.
Right. I agree with you do on
The
that one,
the
but
the Annie Lennox album, was that the first? That was her debut solo album or no?
I don't think so.
Okay,
The Medusa, let me check. That was the second solo album.
second album. Okay, the first one I heard. The first one was good.
Yeah, I never heard either or.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So this album has 12 songs, and we're gonna start it off with Fantasy. Oh my god, this is one of her signature songs. It samples the classic Tom Tom Club's Genius of Love. You know what I'm saying? Tom Tom Club, which is like a spin-off group of Talking Heads. Very dope joint. This was really the song that crossed her over to like the hip hop and R&B collaborations. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you had Old Dirty Bastard appearing on the remix with. I feel like that's what everybody mostly knows the song for was Old Dirty Bastards, and it was crazy because the way that there was many stories about him in the studio and shit like that too. Like they said it took him like hours to write a verse. He took his shoes off one time and his feet was stinking, so everybody had to leave the studio that day. You
What?
know, yeah, it was a
Wow.
lot.
I
And
never heard that
then
story.
Oh my
and
god.
then like when he was doing the video and shit like that. He didn't have a lot of shit to wear, so I think the head of the label gave him like his credit card, gave him his credit card and shit like that, and then he just feel like, you know what, fuck this, he's not gonna wear any new shit. He's just gonna come
Mm.
out like
What?
the outfit that he was doing and shit. Yeah, it was
Mm.
I don't
crazy.
believe that.
Yeah,
Yo,
there's
you,
plenty of
you remember
stories.
when he was on the MTV? Yo, you remember when he did that MTV Raps episode, and he went to he went to cash in the welfare check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was wearing like nothing but Timberland and
Mhm.
Columbia, and all that.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all of a
Yeah.
sudden he ain't had no money.
Uh,
I don't
uh,
understand that.
he just wanted more money.
Pretty much. I
Free
His
mean,
money.
album came out that same year. Like his album, Raekwon album,
mm-hmm.
Liquid Swords came out. 95 was a classic year for rapping R&B. Like, then
Mm.
you mean to tell me that he wasn't making no money on the label?
They said he was actually.
He was.
He was
Yeah.
making money, but he didn't have nothing to wear that day.
Um, mm,
That's
that's
crazy.
weird.
Right. So this song was nominated for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, but it lost to Annie Lennox again with No More I Love Yous.
Oh,
Other nominees were Dion Ferris with I Know, Joan Osborne, One of Us, trash song, Bonnie Rant, You Got It, and Vanessa Williams, Colors of the Wind from the Pocahontas movie.
mm,
That's crazy.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
yeah.
But that's what all I say about fantasy. I'm more like the song for the remix, but yeah, and I think the remix is on that number one's album too.
Yes, it's on the number ones. Yes, but what wasn't there there was an interview that Mariah said that she actually grew up with ODB or something in Long Island.
Really?
Yeah, she would like
Doesn't surprise me.
when Fantasy came out, she said that she grew up with ODB.
I
I'm
did
like,
not
but
know that.
ODB is from Brooklyn, so how did you grow up with him in Long Island?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they were just doing that to promote the remix or whatever, but the remix really made the song a classic song. Like and VH1 at the time when they were actually showing videos back then, before
Mm-hmm.
Love and Hip Hop and Flavor of Love and
Yeah,
all that,
yeah, yeah.
like they actually showed the remix version with ODB. They never show rap videos on VH1, and they actually
Exactly.
showed the remix because she had two different versions of the video.
Yeah.
She had like one where she was like the pop version where she was like on the roller coaster, and then the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
remix where she's like, or they're like on the boardwalk and
Yeah.
and ODB's in the video. Like that one they showed on VH1. You know, so I
Mm.
thought it was a great song, but yes, I love the remix more.
I like both versions actually, so that's hard for me to pick and choose which one over the other. But yeah,
Right.
this was definitely one of Mariah's signature songs that they still play to this day, whether you hear the original or the remix.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a timeless classic. You play this at a club, everyone's gonna be
Mhm.
bumping this shit.
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right, track number two, Underneath the Stars. If I had to pick an underrated song from this album, this might be it. I feel like this song never gets "It's Just You." It gave it gives me Minnie Riperton vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like Perfect Angel, that Adventures album from '75. And it's ironic because Minnie Riperton is one of Mariah Carey's biggest influences and shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Love like the dreamy. I love the dreamy kind of production that this song had. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They actually did do a video for this song. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
yeah, because it's
I
more
saw it
like
last night.
you said what?
I just saw the video last night. I didn't know there was a video for this.
Yeah, because they did like when she was on tour and
Mhm.
everything like that, and it was like more of like a day in the life kind of deal. But they actually shelved the video for some
Mm.
odd reason. Blame Tommy Mottola, I don't know.
That's all I didn't
Mm.
see
And
it.
yeah, and the video, they said that Mariah said that Columbia Records did not want to promote the singles because they thought it was a too passive R&B, quote unquote passive R&B record that didn't
Mm.
really have a lot of meaning to it, and this caused like a
What?
lot of issues between her and Tom Mottola. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? And because they wanted she wanted this to be a single from where I looked up, but then Mottola wanted, of course, the Jermaine Dupri produced "Always Be My Baby." More
Of
on that
course.
later on
Right.
and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of sucks though because "Always Be My Baby" is more of an R&B song as "Underneath the Stars" in my opinion. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Right.
save my thoughts on "Always Be My Baby" in a minute. This one, very very great song. It's one of my personal favorites from the album. Yeah, Tommy Mottola, man, you gotta love this motherfucker. I tell you.
He was being petty because they had already divorced that when this album came out, right?
Nah, they were still together.
They were still together.
Oh, wait. When did
Yeah,
they divorce?
Yeah.
I think sometime like in the late '90s.
What, 97, 98?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
I was always under the impression that she left them after Music Box.
Same.
No, she wanted like more control. She wanted more control
Oh,
over her music, cause but they was still. I think they was kind of on the point of separating, but they were still legally married around that
Right.
time
right.
too.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
just saw the video last night because I remember when the album came out, and I'm like, I don't remember the video at all back then. So I just saw it on her channel, and it reminded me of actually the Music Box era. You know, like
It does.
she was still innocent looking. You know, she was still. It was like you said, like it was like a dreamy record, and it had a nice beat to it, and the video shows her on tour. They took like tour footage of her, like on her tour bus, and she's like going to like different cities, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was a banging track on the album.
I agree with Reggie. Underneath the Stars, very it really is underrated as a song in itself, and I never knew that that they put out a video for it, and let alone all the stuff going back and forth to whether or not drop this song as a single off this album. I had no clue none of that was going on. But yeah, I like the song. One of her very underrated ballads to me.
Yeah,
Yes, very underrated. Um, Spoiler alert. I kind of feel like this album might be the best ballad heavy album from Mariah up to this point too, in my
Mm,
personal opinion. Well, there's another album I have to say rivals that, but I'm gonna save my thoughts on that one. I'm gonna save it.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it does definitely. Re-listening to it now, it definitely gives me music box like a more better kind of dreamy shit from
right,
music box and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I said before, I'm not trying to throw shots in music box. It's still a good album. It's just not one of my favorites from that period, in my
Right.
opinion. But y'all can watch the review.
Mm.
All right, now the biggie, the epic, One Sweet Day, featuring Boys to Men. This isn't really not an easy song to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Um, they did this song as a tribute to one of Mariah's collaborators, David Cole, of the CNC Music Factory. He had died. I think he had like he died from like spinal.
Yeah,
He had
AIDS.
spinal
No,
meningitis, but yeah, from complications of well, they thought he died from AIDS. It's been rumored that he died from AIDS and shit, but
Oh
they
wow.
said it
but
was
I mean
spinal.
that's what I mean. I remember hearing that when he passed away back then. It was they kept saying he died from AIDS.
Interesting.
It was
But
good hip
yeah,
hop show with no name.
Mm.
welcome to the chat. Yeah, I've been promoting this shit on different platforms as well too. So
Oh,
trying to get some more
yo,
people up
salute.
in here. Yeah, this is what we do. We're gonna talk about every Mariah album up into Emancipation. Then
Unfortunately,
by the time we get to the latter half, we're gonna talk about those like late October, early November. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So
I might have to take drugs for that for those reviews.
it's
Holy
not
shit!
all of them are bad.
Not all in a bed. Oh my god.
Yeah. So this is actually a song actually made a lot of history because it was one of the longest it was longest number one thing because it was number one for 16 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And even Boyz II Men was neck and neck with that record because End of the Road was number one for 13 weeks and I'll Make Love for You was number one for 14 weeks and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
man, Boyz II Men was just on fire at that time. The song had also a couple of Grammy nominations as well too. Record of the Year, it lost to Seal's "Kiss from a Rose."
What?
Uh,
It
right.
lost to Seal?
I
No
like that
way.
Yeah.
song, but
I like Seal, but no.
I f- yeah, I like the song too, but I feel that this song should have gotten more
That's crazy.
recognition award
I agree.
wise. Yeah.
Yes. And other nominees was Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise, Rest in Peace, Joan Osborne, One of
Yeah.
Us, Oh
Rest in
God.
peace.
and TLC Waterfalls. Rest in peace, Left Eye.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was also not.
I
It was
love that
also
song
not.
too.
You said Waterfalls. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it wasn't One Sweet Day, then it should have been Waterfalls.
Yep.
exactly.
Best pop collaboration with vocals. It lost to the Chieftains and Van Morrison's "Have I Told You Lately." Other nominees were John
I
B and
don't know none
Babyface.
of them.
Me
Wow.
neither. Other nominees was John B and Babyface, "Someone to Love." Anita Baker
That
and
should have
James
won an
Ingram.
award.
It should.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been. It's more R&B than pop, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
But he was
True,
Anita
white.
true,
Baker.
but it should
You
have
don't know
gotten
what to
some
say.
recognition for awards as well.
Facts. Anita Baker and James Ingram, "When You Love Someone," and Michael and Janet Jackson, "Scream." Oh wow. See, a lot of these are nominations, minus the Van
I would
Morrison
have
one,
taken Scream as well.
Yeah. Scream was big.
but they had to pick the white one. Okay, that's the Grammys for y'all folks.
Mm.
But honestly, this is I love this song definitely. Like I said, it's not a song I would automatically bump to if I'm in the mood for this album. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely like one of those power ballads that I can actually respect and shit. Cause you know me when it comes to certain power ballads,
Right.
I can either love them or hate them, in my opinion. But they actually picked the right version, and like I said, rest in peace to David Cole. I like it.
I saw Boyz II Men in '95 because they Boyz II Men was actually on the TLC tour for Waterfalls,
Oh
and
Yeah,
wow.
they performed One Sweet Day. But it would have been so much better if Mariah was actually there. But they did their parts in the One Sweet Day song. You know what I'm saying? And it was definitely a great ballad, and to see like the video with them and all in the studio together, and it's a sad song as well. Like it reminded me of, like, it's so hard to say goodbye. But
yes.
Yeah.
I got tired of hearing it though. 'Cause they played it for weeks. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah.
And it's a great
Oh yeah.
ballad, but it's like huh? I thought you was gonna say something. Now I was just saying that it's a great ballad, and it hit. Boyz II Men was big that year with the two album, and Mariah had this album out, and '95 was a great year. Definitely was a classic year for a lot of albums.
The first time I heard One Sweet Day, it was on a mixtape my mom had that included different artists from the '90s, and a couple of songs from this album was on that mixtape. It was Mariah's stuff, Brian McKnight, Brownstone, Montel Jordan, um,
Mhm.
Babyface. I mean, it was just a lot of great stuff from that tape. And I used to play it a lot between first and second grade growing up. But yeah, after a while,
Nice.
I kind of got a little tired of hearing One Sweet Day, even though I know the meaning and the message behind the song and the backstory of it. And still, I guess it's just one of those songs that's, even though it's timeless and didn't get the award recognition it deserved back then. And yeah, I think this and like what Try mentioned, "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday." I think those two songs. I think I can only hear every once in a while, not all the time. So
Right.
Yeah.
that's my thoughts on.
Very well said,
Hip
both of y'all.
hip hop show with No Name said Fantasy Remix was her biggest. I think that was her biggest remix. I don't know. I don't think it was her biggest song though.
Right.
Yeah, I think. Wait, it was even more bigger than the Honey remix. Oh wow.
I mean, Honey Remix was big, but I think Fantasy Remix was bigger because nobody expected to have the ODB on that song. Well, see, like when
Right.
Honey
Right.
came out,
Right.
it was like what that was on '97. Puffy was out with No Way Out. He was on everybody's song or you know, producing everybody's song. But I think the Fantasy Remix was bigger.
Respect. Okay. Alrighty. Track number 4, "Open Arms." Now, this is a cover track of the Journey song that came out in 1981 on the Escape album, which is an album I do have in my collection. Pretty dope. And Mariah did this song justice. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy too because Steve Smith, who played drums for Journey, he actually played drums in some of her earlier singles as well too. So that was kind of interesting. Like I said, I don't know if I would say it's just as good as the original because Steve Perry's voice alone.
Right.
I mean, it's another story, but this was not a bad cover. Very
It
cool.
was it was good. I still love the original more. Yeah, that's a Journey classic when that came out, and but Mariah did, she did it justice for like I guess if she wanted to like introduce the a newer generation at that time to it, that she did her thing.
Right.
Mm. I honestly did not know this song was a cover, to be honest. But I'll admit, even though it's not a favorite track of mine, I'll admit she did good. She did pretty good.
Definitely. All right. Next track is "Always Be My Baby." Was produced by Jermaine Dupri. Pretty dope song. I mean, this song right here is a classic song right here. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely originally I think Jermaine Dupri did an interview. He said some shit like she said how Mariah wanted to sing over the Wu-Tang Clan's "Cream" because
Really?
she yeah
Oh shit!
Oh
because she
And
wow.
he ain't let
now
her do it.
because originally I
Mm.
think she wanted like a more hip hop direction with Daydream, but like again,
Right.
stay tuned for next week when we talk about Honey. That's a lot more shit though. But
Yo.
that'll be because Mariah loves her some Wu Tang. I
Oh
think she
yeah.
was a huge Wu Tang.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course. You know what I'm saying? So very very dope song. I love the video to it too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Is it my favorite song that he produced for Mariah? I mean, it's among my favorite. I don't know if I would call it my favorite because there's another song that kind of ties with this one, but I'm gonna save that for another day.
Hmm.
But yeah, this song right here is definitely a dope song. Love it.
I would have loved to hear her over the Cream beat. I think that would have been a classic
Yeah,
because she has the voice
that'd
for
be
it. She can
dope.
sing over anything.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now this is one song that I like both versions. I love the remix with the Brat when
Yes.
they used
Ooh.
the SOS band
After y'all say y'all shit, I got a story about the Brat I forgot to mention, but say
when
y'all
they
thoughts.
yes when the Brat version when she's like they borrowed the SOS band the Tell Me beat. I love the remix for that and I love the original version for this and that I saw the video for this again last night after like not seeing it in forever and I forgot how good it was and she's like over like a lake with like
Mm-hmm.
she's like on a swing or a tire swing and she's like over a lake and this was like dreamy Mariah. This is like in her dream era. You know what I'm saying? That's just the best way I know how to describe it because it's like everything she like the way that she looked was dreamy. The type of video she did, it was like out of like a fantasy, no pun intended. But it was just a great song. And Jermaine Dupri was in his prime still. When he was doing work on his album. So
Right.
Yeah, Always Be My Baby is another one of those classics out of Mariah's music catalog, discography, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I can't even imagine going without a day without hearing this song, you know. And
Right.
it's just that pretty
right.
good. And Jermaine Dupri definitely did his thing producing this song, one of his best for R&B. Period. That's all I can say about that.
Definitely agree.
Facts.
Definitely agree with you all. So I forgot to mention this, but when they were doing the remix, her and the Brat, and according to Mariah's memoirs and shit like that, she said that Tama
Mm.
Tora was just tracking her every move at one point, and One time, her and the brat wanted to go get some French fries at a Burger King, and Tommy Mottola is mad because of the fact that Mariah didn't ask him for permission and some shit like
What?
that too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And
wow.
so while they were working, Jermaine Duprat and um, Mariah was working in like the studio in the mansion. Tommy Mottola had some guards with guns drawn, trying to figure out where Mariah Carey was at and shit too.
Oh
So it
wow,
was just
that's crazy.
that was like psychotic shit. What the
That, that's
fuck?
that's
Yeah,
how
that's
that's
crazy.
how
Just
she and the
because
brat
they
became
wanted
best
to get
friends.
something to eat at Burger King,
Yeah,
really? Like, is
Wow.
it really that
yeah.
serious?
See, that's why she divorced him.
Wop this.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
because she and the brat are like best friends. That's how they became best friends.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Was that in her book too, or she didn't
Yeah,
put that in her book?
that was in
Okay.
her book too.
Wow.
I have her book, but I have yet to read it.
Yeah, I might have to get that book because it's a lot of juicy shit in there.
Yeah, man. I'm still not all the way done with it yet though, but probably I'll end up talking about the book at some point,
Right.
at some capacity.
Mm.
Track number 6, I Am Free. Very, very, very good song. Believe it or not, this is actually my favorite song off this album. You know what I'm saying? It definitely has like a gospel, a strong gospel feel to it. Um, definitely. You can pretty much say like this song was pretty much her just embarking on independence from Tom Mottola in a way, while at the same time looking into herself. Very, very great song. Love the production on this record too. Yeah,
Yeah, this sounded like a gospel, like Mariah still in her gospel bag. You know what I'm saying? Like she showed it on her first two albums, and even on Music Box, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was like she always had a great voice, and I think she should have did more gospel. You know what I'm saying? But she was teasing the gospel fans here and there. But this was definitely a great song.
I am free, even though like I can understand the premise of the song and like the message of what she wants is like her own freedom from, of course, her then husband at the time, and as well as the gospel influence. Even though it's good, it's it's not a it's I'll admit it's okay to me.
respect, respect indeed. That's crazy what you just sent me, by the way, Ash.
Yeah.
All right, next track. When I Saw You. Another great song from this record right here. She's pretty much talking about how she fell in love. She's fallen in love and just in awe about she basically in awe about how he is and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Not really one of my favorites, but still a very great song.
Yeah, it was cool. It was alright. It's not one of my faves on here.
Mm. When I Saw You was one of the other songs off this album that was on that mixtape I used to listen to a long time ago, and yeah, it kind of took a while for it to grow on me, but every once in a while, and it makes me how I felt the very first time I heard this song. Definitely
That
one of Mariah's good ballads.
I agree 100%. Alrighty. Next song is Long Ago. Very great song in my opinion. This might be the most underrated song off this album. It
Okay.
is
Mm.
also produced by Jermaine Dupri, as well as Manuel Seal. I kind of figured that because it definitely had like a escape off the hook
That's what
kind
you
of
got from it.
some parts. But
Okay.
this could have, if out of all the songs on this album, I wish this was a single.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, not saying that there was no bad songs on this album, but fucking Tom Mottola
Right.
probably. I don't know, man.
Ugh.
You don't know what to think about his ass and shit. Um,
Right.
Yeah, pretty great song. I love the beat to it. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Okay.
like what I got from the song right here is pretty much her saying like, once upon a time you were something different, but then you end up showing your true colors and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
very great. I wonder who she wrote this about. But
Right? I
I'm
was about to
thinking
say
Tommy,
Tommy.
oh my god,
because it would make sense.
it does.
Yeah. I thought it was fire. So it's like a dope hip hop track. The beat was fire.
Yeah.
She sounded great on the song. This is Mariah in her bag. I loved it.
Definitely.
Mm. Long ago, I have to agree with Reg. Definitely another underrated track off this album. Wish this would have been a single as well. Cause I
Yeah.
mean, it would have been dope. But
Yeah.
yeah, like from hearing the lyrics, I feel that she wrote this song about her now ex-husband Tommy Mottola. I hate to say it, but hey, if you really
Facts.
read between the lines in the lyrics, it all definitely makes sense because he was nothing but like it really reflected how their relationship started in the beginning. Like one minute he was a nice, sweet man, but next thing you know, he up and changed like the minute they tied the knot and you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
I mean, am I wrong here?
Nope.
Yeah, you ain't wrong whatsoever.
Thank
Trust
you.
me. Alrighty. Next song we got is Melt Away. This was co-written by the
Ooh,
Mr.
my all-time
Babyface
favorite.
himself. Really? Okay.
Yeah. This is dope.
Yes.
Yeah, this is definitely a top five for me. Probably one of her best vocals on this record, in my opinion. I mean, her and Babyface. That's all you need to say. Pretty
Yep.
dope record right here. I love like the imagery with some of the songwriting on this one. You come with me with a casual flow, and suddenly my defenses start to go. When you talk to me in that sensual tone, it envelopes me and I lose my control. I mean, that's very good songwriting by itself too. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yep.
classic song. Wish this song was a bit bigger.
Yeah. It was a great ballad. You had like some finger snapping on the track, a nice beat, the pianos, and also love the way that she sang it, where she had like a lower tone, and then she had like a higher tone layered with it, and just her
Hmm.
vocals on it was just phenomenal. Definitely one of my favorites on the album. I think it's a great song.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Melt Away is one of my all-time favorite songs off this album and from her career in the 90s period. And this song was also on the mixtape I used to listen to when I was a child as well. So three Mariah songs off this album were on that mixtape, and I used to love it when this song would come on every
Right.
time. I feel like this song is also underrated. Like
Yeah.
I wish that it would have gotten like more radio play back
Mhm.
then, And just the
Hmm.
fact that you got Babyface to produce this song with her. Come
Right.
on. And mind you, this man was awarded producer of the year like three times in the 90s. And I think
Mhm.
95 was one of those years.
Mhm.
Yes.
Cause yeah, like
Yeah.
come on. Melt Away is just so underrated and one of Mariah's hidden gems.
Yeah, I
Facts.
definitely agree with you about that. Alrighty. So after Melt Away, we got Forever. Another cool song right here too. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how even though like the memory of her lover was gone, like she still wants to cherish those memories, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Pretty nice production, nice beat to it. It's like one of the most sleeper singles off the album. You know what I'm saying? But still a very good song. I like it.
Yeah, it was good. It had a nice slow dance type of beat to it, and you know, um, her vocals were great.
I didn't care too much for this song really, even though I got like the message, the tone of it and everything, but not a favorite of mine.
Okay.
I feel you on that. Alrighty. Next song we got is Daydream Interlude Fantasy Sweet Dub Mix. It's pretty much just a dancey kind of interlude for fantasy. You know what I'm saying? There's actually a couple of remixes minus ODB one,
Yeah.
and because they had the
Hmm.
Bad Boy remix of Fantasy. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Um, this one was is more like for the danceable
Dance
kind of
clubs.
tracks. Yeah, like light disco
Right.
ordeal. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to put it. I actually like this remix. You know, it gets me in the mood
Me
just from
too.
the beat though.
Mm.
I feel like it's kind of sleep. I kind of like this a bit more than the Bad Boy mix. You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
There's one. This
Nothing
is the
against
one time I'm going to defend Bad Boy that thought it was a great remix.
nothing against the Bad Boy mix. It was good though, but at the same time, I feel like the best Bad Boy remixes was for the next album, which I'm gonna get more into that in a minute.
But it was like see I had bought the single, the fantasy single with all the remixes. So it's like if you bought the fantasy single, that the club mix was already on there. So I didn't really feel like it needed to be on the album though. You know.
True. Sure, maybe it was a label decision. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. Tommy.
So,
Yeah, the Daydream interlude is another favorite of mine off this album. I'll admit I like it. Just very upbeat and just makes you want to get up and dance. To be honest.
Yeah.
mm. All right, and the next and the last song is "Looking In." Um, this one was pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Not really one of my favorites, but that does not mean it's a bad song in general. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's pretty much again the lyrics pretty much is tongue in cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell, her first verse, he said, "You look at me and see the girl who lives inside the golden world, but don't believe that's all there is to see. You never know the real me." I mean, that's tongue in cheek with just what she was going through at that time. Her talking about, how Tommy saw her as that girl that he discovered, you know what I'm saying, and or molded into who she is today. But then when she wants to go up to be a woman, he don't know how to react from that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I feel like that's just the perfect way to describe this song. Very, very, very nice song. Just not really one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was okay. It's not one of my favorites either.
Same here. Not one of my favorites, but I really didn't care too much for it.
Right. Alrighty. Now, my thoughts on this record. This might actually be my favorite Mariah Carey album. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is the album that she definitely found that creative control. She definitely, did a thing on this one vocally. The production has like a more downbeat kind of samba kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Um, very, very, very great album. Again, I feel like up to this point, this might be one of her best songs. Best album, ballad heavy. You know what I'm saying? Tied with another one. Stay tuned on that. If I would have given this more than 5 mics, I would have, but it's gonna be a 5 mic masterpiece right here. Really can't wait for next week though,
I
cause
think it's a great album. It was a good balance of pop and hip hop, and you got your little some gospel records on there, and this is Mariah in her prime, and having Jermaine Dupri do some of the songs on here like always be and long ago. One of my favorites, Melt Away was another great one. Underneath the Stars, the fantasy track. Even though I love the remix, and it was great. You know what I'm saying? And I think like I said, I think there was like two eras from Mariah where She started off as a pop star and catering to that fan base and that genre, and then go when she started having the issues with Tommy Mottola, going into her hip hop bag and acknowledging her black fans, and I think it was a great album. So it's definitely 5 mics for me.
Definitely.
Daydream is definitely one of Mariah's best during the 90s and overall in her discography period. This and Butterfly and the Emancipation of Mimi and Rainbow and you know I can go on and on all day with this, but definitely this was one of Mariah's best. And I feel that it was such an abomination that she was nominated in for so many awards for this album during that year, but did not
Hmm.
win a single Grammy for this amazing body of work.
Right.
That is still baffling to me. I mean, don't get me wrong. There were some people who were listed in those categories and nominated and what have you. Some of them were good. Others I didn't care too much for. That's just me. But if it was up to me, I would have wanted Mariah to at least win two out of those three award categories,
Yeah,
or just
for
one.
sure.
And I
For
felt so
sure.
bad for her having to sit in that seat on Grammy night and
Hmm.
went home with no Grammy to show for it. That still blows my mind. But
That was
she
robbery
got
right
so
there.
many. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this album came out in '95, so at that time I was two. so so yeah, this will give
Hmm.
you an idea of how old I am now. So yeah, but
I feel
Fantasy,
old.
Underneath the Stars, One Sweet Day, Always Be My Baby, Long Ago, Melt Away. So many great songs off this album. A couple I didn't care too much for, but the others, of course, were hits as they should be, and others that were just under the radar that should have gotten some
Yeah.
form of recognition or airplay. But 5 out of 5 for me as well.
And just to let you know, Ash, she didn't really get another Grammy Award until Emancipation of Mimi era. So
What? She didn't win that for Honey,
A whole freaking
for
decade
Butterfly.
later.
Wow.
Rainbow, not for Rainbow.
So who won for
Unbelievable. So she had to
for
wait another
97?
10 years to get this level of recognition from the.
we'll
Okay,
we'll get into all that next week
That's
because I
crazy.
definitely want
that
I definitely
is
want
that is
Ashley.
so blasphemous.
I definitely want Ashley to be a part of this one and possibly
And
Rainbow too.
and Red, you know what that means, right? That they didn't acknowledge her for Glitter.
Well, I knew that. I knew that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Well, we all knew that.
the world wasn't ready for that soundtrack yet. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, they
I wasn't
weren't.
ready for that movie.
That movie review,
Yeah, I
y'all
was
not
fin-
gonna be
I
ready
was
for.
yeah, I was getting ready to say. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen the movie more than once, but in hindsight, oh man.
Y'all should get an award for just looking at that movie more than once. It only took me once to watch it.
I never seen the whole movie, so
That was as bad as Idlewild. So
Uh,
that's why that's why I'm gonna text you the movie review I'm gonna do before Glitter and
okay,
shit too. I'll
I've
text
never
you.
heard the Glitter soundtrack, by the way.
yeah, it's not great.
It's
I don't know
amazing.
what
It's amazing.
Red thinks is a classic. I'm like, you're bugging.
I'm gonna have
Vocally, is
to
one of the
listen
best
to
albums.
that soundtrack one
Yeah,
day. I'm gonna have to, but don't watch the movie.
yeah. Skip the movie. Oh wow, that's a good one.
That goes not only for Reg, but whoever's out there watching. Don't watch that movie.
No, don't watch
Cause
it. I
I
wouldn't
don't want
suggest
to
it.
because I don't want to like do the soundtrack review the same as the movie review. You know what I'm saying? Because I never seen the full movie. I never seen the full
Right.
movie. So
Okay, you're gonna have to watch it from
You
beginning to
ain't missing
end
nothing.
then, but
You're not
yeah,
you
missing
ain't
nothing.
missing much. You
Nope.
really
yeah.
not.
All right, I'm gonna stay on for another 10 minutes and shit.
Sam said he was
So
one. He was one in 1995. Wow.
I was two.
I
Damn.
was a few, I was born in '95. Sure.
You were just born? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm 2 years older than Reg, so
Right.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And I'm gonna be 30 in exactly 3 months from now.
Wow.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
So Reg is the
Sept-
baby on here. Sam is a year older than Reg.
yeah, Sam's
Wow.
older than
I
me.
didn't know that.
yeah. And I'm two
Interesting.
years older than Reggie, so
So your birthday is September 6th, right? Just
We
to
had the
make
same
sure.
birthday as Nas.
oh, my birthday's 9 days after yours, Sam.
Wow.
Ashley, your birthday is September 6th. Remind me again.
No, no, the 15th.
15th. Got you.
Yeah,
Yep, I got that
Y'all are
locked.
Virgos.
yeah. Me and Sam are. Yeah, we're both Virgos.
14th. Wow.
Also, since we all
Yeah.
are here, oh, go ahead.
Now I was just saying my I have a lot of Virgos in my family too. My aunt was a Virgo. My grandmother was a Virgo.
Yeah. So, since we all are here, the collection of videos from remaining of the year is going to be last week of August for one, and the last week of December for the other one. Maybe December, early January.
Cool.
Okay,
So it's officially out. It's officially out.
got it.
Okay. So let's see what's going to schedule for tomorrow. It's Naughty by Nature's Fury album from '99. Their only album on Arista Records.
What time you doing that?
Thursday is 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Okay.
Thursday is Bob Marley's Catch a Fire, and that's gonna be Thursday at midnight.
Yeah.
And then just let me know about Saturday because Kaveh said he's down for Saturday too. He just needs to know the time.
Okay.
Phew. BET Awards is June 25th.
Oh wow. Is anybody? I don't even
So
know the
wait,
nominations for that.
they having the awards what on the anniversary of when Michael Jackson died.
Right.
Oh, are they?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's been 14 years since he passed.
Man.
It don't feel like it's been that long.
Yeah. It don't.
Mm. I wonder if they're gonna
And
do anything for him.
they should honor him every year. I feel like
Yeah, yeah,
you
him
know.
and Prince.
Yeah. You know. Michael was a Virgo too.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Wow.
Michael was
That's
a
crazy.
Virgo. Kobe was a Virgo.
Right.
hmm
Man.
Beyonce's one. Taraji P Henson
Beyonce.
is one. Yep.
Right. Oh yeah. B Day. That's what September 4th.
Yep.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, and I made up my mind. I'm not going to a concert because those tickets are ridiculous.
Yeah. It's expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
Yeah.
And I thought the one for Janet's show was expensive because they were running like somewhere between $400 to $600.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mhm.
Patti LaBelle and Pam Grier and Gladys Knight and Miles Davis. Q-Tip, yes, Q-Tip was an Aries. I do remember that. I think he's like a day or two after mine actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm planning on going to this hip hop 50th anniversary thing that's headlined by LL Cool J
Right.
next month.
Rock the
Oh,
bells.
cool, cool.
Yeah.
Is that coming to
Yeah, I
your
heard
town?
about that.
Yep.
I know
July
it's coming
8th.
to mine.
Nice.
Yeah, I know it's coming to mine, but I don't know the date
Yeah.
for it yet. I know there's a lot of great shows coming out this year. I know
Yeah.
Alicia Keys is coming. Um, I know Janelle Monae is going to be coming to my city in October.
Yeah.
I know there's somebody else. I know there's somebody else. Oh, Erica Badu.
Yes.
She was good. I seen her.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna enjoy her live though.
Yeah. She was good.
Mm. But I think her show falls on another on the same day as another shows that's supposed to be coming in town. So it's gonna be hard having to decide which one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see Tony too this year.
I
Right.
know,
Yeah. I don't
but
hear
have
nobody.
they released their tour dates yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you once I find it.
Yeah. I ain't hear
Okay,
nobody talk
okay.
about their tour.
Cause everyone's talking about
Oh, I
Beyonce's
know.
tour.
Mm. Yeah, I told Try I'm not going. I'm not going because them tickets are crazy expensive.
Shit, y'all better come out with a PayPal or Klarna pay and shit like that. Shit.
As much as I
I know
love
my
Beyonce's music, don't get me wrong. I don't think I'm that pressed to see her live. Don't get me wrong. But I know next month
Right.
my mom and I were gonna go see Jodeci, Drew Hill, and SWV live.
ooh,
It's nice.
Yeah, yeah,
That's gonna be a good one.
yeah. So I know that's gonna be a dope show
Yeah.
because it'll be her first time seeing all of them live. Because I already saw
Right.
Jodeci once
Yeah. I saw
when they
Jodeci.
were
And
when
that's
they
gonna be good.
toured with New Edition that year.
Yeah.
But it'll be my first time seeing Drew Hill and SWV.
Mhm. SWB was great. They actually sound good in person. Drew Hill, I never
they
saw. I
do.
never saw Drew Hill live.
Oh wow! I wonder what they're gonna
Yeah.
sound like live
Right.
because I think it's
And they got
because
new
I know
members
back in the
now
day it
too.
was four of them. Yeah, because I know back in the day it was four of them, but now it's like what
Mm.
7 or 8 of them now.
Yeah. Keith Sweat and Jeffrey Osborne are doing a concert on the cruise. Wow. Jeffrey Osborne.
Oh
I ain't seen him
wow!
in years.
That's
Mm,
interesting.
yeah.
Keith Sweat.
That's all I ask of you. All right, I'm gonna stand for a couple more minutes. So everyone's still talking about this Little Mermaid movie.
Oh boy.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Oh, you want to
You
see
gotta
it?
watch
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean I've heard great things about it.
Mm.
it.
Yeah. Well, of course, you know there are going to be the haters out there and the racist people out there who
Right.
feel some type
Right.
of way. The fact that the Little Mermaid is a black woman. Like, get over it.
Right.
Like, it's already done. The people loving it. and it's generating
Facts.
billions of dollars in the theaters. Like, really?
You know, two of the highest grossing movies right now is the Black Superhero and the Black Mermaids, though.
Mm-hmm. Now, what does that tell
Yeah.
you?
I didn't even know they were
Mm.
making a Black Spider Man. That's crazy.
You didn't know that? I've
Well,
been on that.
he's Puerto Rican. Miles Morales.
Oh,
He's like
Oh,
half
he's
Puerto Rican.
so wait, is he
Yeah,
supposed
he's
to be
Puerto.
black
Cause
and
in the
Puerto
comics.
Rican?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think in the comics
okay.
he was like Puerto Rican and all
That's interesting.
Mm.
Very
that.
interesting.
But
And
in
we
the
was
There
movie,
was
talking.
they made
rumors
him
that
black.
there was rumors that they looking at what's his name, the guy that played Tariq to be Miles Morales.
Oh wow.
Michael Rainey Jr.
Michael Rainey. Yeah,
Oh wow. But
that's a
that's
good look, guys.
crazy. Speaking of Michael Rainey Jr., yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But speaking of Michael Rainey Jr., he spoke at our campus. You heard about that, right,
Oh
Reg?
wow,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's dope.
yeah. But I wasn't there. I wish I would have been there to see it. That would have been dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I saw when the dude for P Valley came and shit like that. I got invited to go in the first place.
right.
And I
Oh
saw,
yeah,
I
I
saw,
heard about that too. Yeah, he's also an alum. An alum. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I saw Sheila E. and shit too, which that was cool.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. Legend.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 9:30. All right, y'all. I'm actually about to end this
Yeah.
off right here because I gotta get ready for work in the morning. Gotta be up at least
All
by
right.
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So a few announcements I gotta make. Few announcements. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. we're gonna talk about Naughty by Nature's Fury album. Definitely an interesting album to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
haven't heard that album in years, and yeah, I'll keep it that way. But yeah, then I know Thursday is gonna be Bob Marley's Catch a Fire. That's gonna be the very first reggae review, and then I know by next week Monday I should have my channel back from suspension and
Yay.
shit.
Out of jail on Monday.
Right.
All right.
So that because I got some heat coming next week too. You know what I'm saying? Alongside with the Mariah Butterfly album, definitely got some heat in the works. Hopefully, I
Right.
got some content I'm just gonna drop day by day for y'all shit too. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Try's channel as well. Show us some love. Y'all want to make a request, slide in that donation. Excuse me. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right. Peace, Ashley.